Sony. Damn. Sony. What's up, human beings? How you doing today? Central Q here, and thank you for visiting my channel. I had to talk about this because I saw this under Gareth feed when I was on break at work, and I can't believe this myself. This is crazy. I cannot believe this myself. Look at this, everybody. Sony hiked the PlayStation 5 price in Japan by 19%. The price increase take effect starting September 2nd. Oh, no, 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 fanboys. I'm talking about both Xbox and PlayStation fanboys. Both you are two sides of the coin, if that makes sense. Raising prices of Xbox Game Pass, yeah, that was horrible, but it's whatever. Corporations, right? Sony raising their price of their live subscription didn't give no value, but it's whatever. But you expect all these hardware to go down. Shit, my $1,100 graphics card that I paid $700 for, the 6950 XT, you could get it from the store for half the price. Matter of fact, more than half the price, about 16% cheaper. I just don't get how these corporations, yeah, dude, they just want money, drop down in price. That is super ridiculous. And it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to read this article. Let's get to it. Sony hike the PlayStation 5 price in Japan by 90%. We're not going to read the full article. I'm using it in Gadget. Trust me, I don't trust the journalists as well, but right now, this is crazy. Due to a challenged internal environment, Sony will increase the PlayStation 5 price in Japan by 19%. I'm so sorry, Japanese players. Sucks. Raise the price of PlayStation online services, switch the cross and circle button, which is actually cross and circle in Japan, because circle was confirmed and cross is what you call it, is denied. If you look at the history that they have, I'm not going into a full article about that or going on a rant, but it used to be circle for confirmed, X for denied because of bad luck. I'm so sorry, but I don't know. I can understand why a whole bunch of Japanese people will rather go to PC or Nintendo at this point, because Sony just don't care. I'm so sorry, Japanese people. The new price, my Japanese people, the new price of the standard PlayStation 5 model will be 79,980 yen, or about $554, and will come into effect by September 2nd, 2024. Price for the console in other country are not affected. So let me get this straight. Sony, that was made in Japan, that it's have Japanese roots, raised the price in Japan instead of anywhere else. It's important to note that Sony raised PlayStation 5 price around the world 2 years ago, with the exception of the US. Exception of the US. That's right. I forgot about that. These fanboys have no arguments. Similar to the Japanese price hike, Sony also remarked that challenge economics decision led to the difficult decision. I'm trying to figure this out. Didn't Sony say they was making profit with the PlayStation 5? At this point, is the PlayStation 5 even true? Let's continue. The console isn't the only product about the cost more, as accessory like the DualSense controller and PlayStation VR 2 are also experience price hike. Now, there's something I do remember in the article. PlayStation, Sony, the company Sony, yes, Sony PlayStation, yes, they are still part of Sony. To y'all fanboys, they actually raised the prices of cameras, of all their electronics, everything that Sony owned. They raised it up by $50 to $100, if I'm not mistaken. Like I got this Canon camera right here, but I'm not gonna go ahead and sit there and pay for a Sony camera because I like this camera. I gotta fix the zoom for some reason. I probably want to reset my camera, but hey, it doesn't matter. I still like the camera. Continue on. So yeah, they've been raising prices. So it is not fair. More people going to have to buy PCs at this point because at this point, $554, what, $200 a year to play online. Just get a PC at this point. There's an argument now to get a PC. If I'm spending more than $500 on a console, just get a PC at this point. A price hike that this late into the console life and by this much is rather unusual, and Sony is experiencing fewer PlayStation 5 sales for the physical 2025 years. Well, if they had something like Game Pass, maybe that would have helped. But hey, these fanboys say buy games, even though most of the games are third party and Xbox games. But what do I know? But despite that slowdown, the PlayStation 5 reached 500, I mean, 50 million sales. I mean, going to keep it real. Who cares about the sales? Is this hardware? And yet, you're still going to play Xbox games. So actually, console sales doesn't even matter at this point, honestly. And it's outselling the Xbox Series X and S by a wide margin. If we're going with $20 a month, every single month, and I'm going off of, oh no, it's Alex, and I think it was like 25, maybe 30 million people that pay every month. Let's say that they getting close to $1 billion. There's also rumors that the PlayStation 5 rumors that the PlayStation 5 Pro will come out this fall. While it's not likely why the PlayStation price in Japan is increasing, is still a potential factor in how Sony considering pricing in the current model. Nevertheless, the PlayStation 5 Pro is still unconfirmed. Listen, everybody, for all these people that keep on saying PlayStation 5 Pro, PlayStation 5 Pro, it say right there, still unconfirmed. Let's say if the PlayStation 5 Pro come out, that thing might be $700. Let's keep it real, but it's not confirmed that it's coming out. I want to keep it real. Forget the PlayStation 5 Pro. Get the PlayStation 6 if they make it. But keeping it real, at this point, I don't believe what these rumors. I mean, these people making content, making rumors. They probably, oh, that's it. They probably trying to make videos and try to get content to their videos, which I'm doing right now. I mean, game is game. But honestly, let's go ahead and look at this. Really, why would I spend that much money on a PlayStation 5 Pro while the AMD 4700S, which in the PlayStation, which is an APU, CPU, and GPU in the same thing, is what the APU is made out of? And you want to know what's funny? I'm under AMD, and here's the funny thing about it. You see this right here? You see this? Let me move up this. You see this right here? You see this? This is actually the motherboard that have solder RAM with a CPU power, ATX power, all of this, the PCIe slot, all of this. Guess what's in the middle? That's right. That is a chip from the PlayStation 5 that's using the 4700S. You want to know all the bad chips been going to because the GPU part where the APU is going to, they could sell it right here. And you see this? The motherboard. You got ATX power, CPU fans, so you put the fan on top of the CPU, and you got the SATA, so you can add storage to it. And then this is a PCIe, meaning I could take my graphics card and put it in there. And guess what? There go your PlayStation 5 Pro. It's funny. These fanboys just don't understand that it doesn't make sense. And you want to know what's funny? You want to know what's funny? The 4700S is weaker than the Ryzen 5 5600 G. G mean integrated graphics. Look at that. 4700S against an AMD Ryzen 5 5600G. Not overclock. $133.99. If I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm not asking you to subscribe. I just want you to watch this video. If I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will build this PC with the Ryzen 5 5600G. And you want to know what's funny? Even though the physical core is 8 threads, 8 cores, 16 threads, and this one's 6 cores, 12 thread. Remember, even though a corporation tell you that this hardware could do 8K, could do all of this stuff, what does it say on paper? It's good on paper, but performance. This CPU, well, APU, because it is an APU, and this APU, this is the PlayStation APU, 18,091, while the Ryzen 5 5600, which got a higher clock speed, a higher turbo speed, but the only difference is 8 core 16 thread and 6 core 12 thread, 19,883. And you want to know what's funny? This right here is considered a low end CPU. If a low end CPU, and for all these fanboys saying, oh, the PlayStation 5 is comparable to $1,000 PC, if I could keep the cost less than $500, what's the point of buying a PlayStation? This is what I'm saying. All these fanboys is saying that PC is too expensive. My PlayStation could do whatever the PC could do, straight up graphics and stuff like that. Whatever, it's stronger than 4090, 3090, whatever they arguing about. I think it's at this point where I think we need to stop listening to these fanboys and start doing our own research and all this stuff, because I'm not listening to the fanboys. I'm very surprised that they raised the price of a PlayStation 5, and this CPU, like I say, the Ryzen 5 5600, it didn't come out as a $133 CPU. It came out like $250, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I could buy that brand new right now for 134 bucks. That's crazy. And in the used market, I'll probably get it for 80. But hey, look, listen, fanboys, PlayStation fanboys. Old hardware is too expensive, while PC hardware dropping in price. But hey, fanboys, you could try to argue this. I don't know what you're going to say. You're proving you proving a point that there's no point of buying a PlayStation. Buy a console. Now, if you're a fan of gaming and you just want to play games on PlayStation, Xbox, wherever you want to play, that's totally fine. I'm not talking about you. You're good with me. It's these fanboys that cry about. And yes, there's PC fanboys too, and I don't agree with them too. I had an argument with a Nvidia guy, and I got a full AMD build. Okay, so what? Want a cookie? I don't care. But look, buy wherever you want, but you can't disagree that PlayStation is starting to rip people off, in my opinion. But hey, what do you think? Let me know. And remember, everybody's human. My name's Settle Q. You have some good day. Peace.